South Cove. We'll put the main up once we get a bit of wind that's consistent. Okay, we're back to the lavalier microphone. So we're sailing. We're just going to sail over the reef. It's still 10 metres under the water, and we can see it appearing on the side scan. Presumably all the coloured dots are echoes, potentially fish, and we're over it. I've set a waypoint, the same one as we came back to from the Hen, keeping a wee bit out from under the hills at Bream Head. Well, I've got my hat on, but I need to be careful it doesn't blow off, which is what happened to the last one. We'll get a bit more wind once we get past the end of this island. Well, we're well clear of the chicks now and heading for home, but it should be about an hour and a half. So we are about halfway, not too far off Bream Head. That's a fair way down Bream Head till we get to the harbour entrance. It's a very pleasant sail, close reach apparent. Well, we're passing Bream Head now, so the wind is likely to come around behind a wee bit and then get a bit fickle about halfway up as it comes over the top of the mountain. The wind's starting to bend around Bream Head. We were on a close reach, we're now almost on a reach. Now it is looking south over Bream Bay. There's a ship in the southern anchorage. It might be the one that we saw earlier today. Well, the chicks are a fair way behind us now. As usual, the wind's pretty fickle in here. That's Peach Cove over there. It looks like a launch there. And looking down at the smugglers, and it looks decidedly a lack of wind in the harbour entrance. So, not going to be Corinthian about it. We will start engines if we need to. Actually, despite being a beautiful day, it's still quite cold, but now the breeze has gone down. It's quite warm in the sun. I've paused the music. It's good actually having the control working again up here. Yeah, wind's going shifting through 90 degrees at the moment. We're down to 1 knot. I feel the need for engines. Right, jib away. It was a beautiful day, it's not that warm. Right, that's Peach Cove with its little sandy beach. I was right, no wind. I might as well drop the main. It's going to be a bit fickle in the harbour as well, probably. Well, I think the steam from the old VL plant is actually suggesting there is some wind there. Oh, we'll keep it up. Smugglers Bay below. It's looking even calmer than when we headed out. Well, that's all to do with the big hills at Bream Head. They're least the first bit, to stay out of the worst of the tide. Right, so must be here. And Frenchman Island, and we're looking into Whangārei Harbour. And here comes Mount Mania. Frenchman Island. A lot of discussion last year about this quote door. In fact, it was where they used to keep their acetylene bottles, because there was a light at the top. Yeah, in the early days. So sneaking inshore to get in the back eddy again, because there's a reef that comes out from the next point. There's a reef just here, and we're obviously outside it, and the current's flowing from right to left. In just a minute, I'm sure the nose of the boat will veer to port as we catch it. And there's the current going past the point. Certainly under sail, the idea was, firstly, you couldn't go this close and under the hills. On the other side, the big problem was getting past the end of Mere Bank, which is just over there. Here's Urquhart's Bay. As we don't actually have significant wind in here, despite what I thought. I've dropped the main. We'll sneak up between the channel markers and Mere Bank, trying to keep out of the tide. I think we might anchor on this side, or the eastern side of NorthPort, seeing there's not much wind, and the forecast is for a bit of a sou'wester overnight and then a calm morning. Well, there's Mere Bank just there with the yellowish water. You're looking through to the sand. There's some tide here, but not very much. It goes mostly on the outside of the curve, which is the other side of the channel. A little bit more tide here because we're in a straight bit of the channel. There has been a change of ship at NorthPort. The one closest to us is not the one that was there this morning. So it must be the city trank looking one with the two launches on it. It's out the southern anchorage now. I think it's unloading containers. Oh, we'll find out when you can hear it. We'll the Chief, Auckland, and the telehandle there has got a LPG tank and a standard container unit frame. So I presume it's taking stuff to the islands. There we go. We're going to head in here. I presume these buoys are to gather data for the proposed major wharf extension this way. We're anchored here by the tug wharf, close to the beach. Not the best anchorage unless the weather's really good. Now we have the loader busy shifting around wood chips. They used to have a big conveyor system to load them. Presumably it got to the end of life, and they decided it was cheaper just to use the loader. They do have a conveyor system for loading, that's it. Here's another LPG tank going aboard, and the telehandler bringing another one, and another one coming in over here. We have wind against tide, so we'll be swinging in all sorts of directions. The old refinery no longer operating. That's a hatch. And look, there are containers coming through now. There's one. Oh, it's Wednesday morning, calm night. Can't hear the noise of the port inside, but I'm pretty sure they stopped working on the container ship anyway. Well, they must have stopped because it's gone. Didn't hear that. I did notice some rather large wakes going past in the early hours. That was probably the tugs. Well, I'm sure this burns a lot of diesel. The old electric conveyor would have been way more efficient at pushing wood chips up. Oh, there's not a lot of wind. I think we'll head off and probably motor. Maybe a transformer and a big multi-wheel truck to put it on. And then we have, I don't know, some of these are probably cement. It's a containerised size in the two cranes. This is fully loaded. They're busy putting the wires across the top of the logs. These ones have been done. Looking at the Whangārei Bay, certainly a large volume space. Whangārei Bay, WAKAWAKA Island, and the end of Manganese Point. It's a couple of hours before high tide, so we'll go up and just check the depths up around our mooring. Ongoing work here. So it's got this wee wharf, launching ramp, and now a boat shed. Well, there's our mooring up ahead, so I'll go inside the sandbar. Oh, there's home. Looks like most of the weed's finally gone. We've gone past the mooring. Certainly not a lot of water where we went. Right, tied up to the mooring. Doesn't have a top rope, which makes it a bit harder. And we've got wind against tide. And we've got a fair current rushing through at the moment. 0.6 metres under the keel. We wouldn't want to be here at low tide unless it was dead calm. Right, it's 11 o'clock. We'll carry on up harbour. A couple of yachts down here. They're perishingly close to being on the sandbank down there. Oh, this is the wake of the launch that's just gone past. It's amazing how they can make such a huge hole in the water. Well, once again, as forecast, the westerlies died out. I don't know why they don't call it a sea breeze day, but we're about half an hour off high tide up at Port Nikau, so I might take the opportunity of docking actually. It's not exactly a stunning day, it looks alright, but it's not that warm. There is a bit more blue sky appearing. Currently moseying along on just one engine, doing 5 knots and getting about 2.2 nautical miles per litre. Well, there seems to be no significant tidal flow here, or maybe just a touch of it coming. Yep, just a tiny bit of incoming. Right, in calm harbour, we're starting our turn to port to go past Whangārei. Going along very nicely. First berthing on my own, so I've chosen almost slack tide and a very, well, currently gentle northeaster. Well, that all went very smoothly. One person came to help, but I told him I'd like to try and do it on my own. Perfect conditions though, no significant wind, no significant current, and we're all tied up, power's on, it's all good. Oh, that went perfectly. Calm conditions, I've done 45 nautical miles over the last 3 days.